What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Man, I got the sun coming right here right now. Um, so I guess the first question of the day is how do we look? How do we sound? We were having some connection issues there. We hit the go live button, and man, that wheel was turning for quite some time. I
I'm still
honestly
blinking. I am
honestly didn't
speaking.
know if we were going to get this sucker off here tonight. It was questionable at best.
Mike is very concerned about the level of banning that can happen.
Sounds like we got good audio.
If
Looks like we got
we
good
thought
video.
we thought we were going to get it again just then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah,
Happy to
thanks
see
so much
you
for
all,
being here,
as
guys.
always.
Um,
What are we
and
talking about tonight, boss?
the silencing on social media. It says sounds good, looks ugly. Thank you very much, my friend. How are you?
It's just me.
So yeah, man, the silencing and see if I can get the live chat up here. That's been happening all day with my internet, says Virginia Bushcrafter. Yeah, something's up, man. Maybe the Russians have found their way into the interweb.
Maybe it's like sunspots or something.
Yeah, actually, we are getting a big solar storm today, and they were concerned a little bit about power grids. And they said it's supposed to be a glancing blow, though, so I don't think it's going to be too awful bad.
It was kind of warm, at least where we live,
Yeah, it
for
was
the first time this
gorgeous
year.
today in the Hudson Valley. Absolutely gorgeous, like 75 degrees and sunny all day.
If we look nice and warm and sunny, it's because we literally have the what do they call it, the golden hour.
Yeah,
like,
the
sort of
sunset right
coming right down.
right through the windows, right in my face right now.
We were going to do this outside, but the neighborhood decided to do some lawn
Yeah,
maintenance.
it's a great day to mow the lawn. So
Maybe you can hear it in the
outside,
background.
outside's a little rough with the lawnmowers right now. So we move back into where it all began, the Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival Propaganda Studios. Welcome. I'm so excited to have all of you guys with us here tonight. What's happening, Skitham? How are you?
Is your live chat not working on that thing?
Nah, not really. Not really. I got to keep refreshing it. What's happening, AJ Andrews? How are you, brother? So yeah, man, the silencing on social media. I recently got off a couple days in county Facebook jail. True story. And you know, Facebook is a big reach for me because I share all the events there and stuff. Birds are really robot drones. Normally, that's a conspiracy.
When they land on the power lines, they recharge.
That's what they're doing.
what's happening
That's
there.
what they're doing. That's real talk, guys. Real talk. Yeah, a couple days in Facebook County, and like I was saying, I use Facebook a lot, especially for the live events. The event section on Facebook, there isn't another social media platform that kind of compares to that. You know, you can reach a whole lot of people really easily. Just set the event up, make it a public event, invite all your friends, they invite their friends, and next thing you know, you got yourself an event happening. So I'm not one to be silenced. So I think I'm going to have to go ahead and make myself a burner Facebook account where I can post everything that I want to post and not hurt Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival in any way. Because I'm a shit talker, man. I don't really keep my mouth shut. And I'll say what I want to say when I want to say it. And if you want to shut me down because of it, I consider it a modern book burning, honestly, the silencing on social media platforms. And with any luck, Mr. Elon Musk can bring a little bit of free speech back to everybody. Let's hope anyway, huh? But we'll prepare as if it's never going to happen. And we are going to continue to be silenced. So make multiple accounts, multiple different IP addresses. What do they call those things?
Alternate account, or what do you call it?
VPN networks,
virtual
exactly.
private network. And it fools your internet provider into thinking like that you're actually somewhere else. You can find all this stuff out on Wikipedia. It's easy enough. Also, alternate accounts, like, I don't know, like some of you probably know me in real life and know who I really am. The Livingston Man exists because my main account, my real self, got banned every fucking day.
Yeah.
They've dig up shit you posted 5 years ago. We all been there. I get 30 days here, 7 days here.
And most of them are jokes.
It's
They're
most
just
of the
jokes.
shit I shared from
it's
Facebook.
Not,
The
take
guy
this
that
stuff
posted it.
seriously?
Because I guess they have to.
What's happening, Catskill Prepper? How are you? My blacklisted peeps. Yeah. So while I'm not monetized here,
I've served like 2 years.
I'm going to use
Facebook
tonight to say whatever the fuck I want. And if they want to kill it or, knock it down, then we're gonna air it all out here tonight because it just feels like a good time to clear the air. What's the worst they're gonna do? Shut this page down? Honestly, is that the worst that's gonna happen? I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Just look for my face. The name, somebody else probably already stole it.
Prepping Valley Hudson and survival,
it happens all the time. But I hope Catskill says we really don't post anything horrible. Awkward Texan, how are you? No, I really don't. Instagram.
What?
So
answering complete sentences so people know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Catskill, New York Prepper says, honestly, both of you guys don't post anything too horrible.
Who, me? Well, shit, I'll try harder.
The news can often be, the comment section on some of the news articles is crazy, guys.
Toxic.
I post some things, and when people start responding, they let loose with their whole heart and their whole head for the most part. I mean, some people just jump in 2 feet kicking and really don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It happens. I've been known to insert my foot in my mouth.
I just fall through the ceiling swinging.
Oh man, especially the Antonio.
People are like, you're
Delgado
wrong. I'm like, I don't
thing.
care. Fuck.
When I thought Antonio Delgado had resigned from his post in Congress, I got really excited really fast.
Well, isn't she trying to tap him to be lieutenant governor? That's what I heard.
Yeah, so the guy didn't quit. He actually got a promotion to, second in charge of the entire state of New York. Here, I thought we were going to be rid of one of these
well, he's going to do both.
Can politicians.
Can he do both?
Well, you see, New York is now not really ruled by, well, I don't want to say ruled.
Say it.
Yeah, it's not.
We're
not ruled by elected officials anymore. We are ruled by successor to an elected official. Nobody voted for Kathy Hochul, and certainly nobody voted for Antonio Delgado for lieutenant governor. If I remember correctly, he didn't win by too awful many votes. So it's
Antonio Delgado now is, I'm not sure what your congressional district is, but he's actually my representative.
He's my congressman too.
And he's from like Brooklyn or something. I live in fucking Hickville, upstate New York, Livingston of all places, and I have Antonio Delgado that represents me. I've never seen this dude in person.
He shows up around election time.
And he chills with the bigwigs up in Hudson.
Yeah, the to-dos. So, it's
he used to be a gangster
finest,
rapper or something. Right?
But this, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he had some old DJ
he's
Tony Delgado or whatever his name fucking was, dude.
I can't.
Look it up.
They Shook was not a great rap song. Thanks, Jay Creature. We're gonna have to look into. Jay Creature said he saved a lot of his rap videos. So there you have it. That's your lieutenant governor of the great state of New York, guys.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but.
Unknown Vector, how are you? Livingston Manor, Fly Fishing Central. Not Livingston Manor, Livingston.
Yeah, Livingston Manor is different. Although actually where I live was the original Livingston Manor, if you can wrap your head around the way they used to.
Livingston Manor packed its shit up and moved.
Yeah. That town, Livingston Manor, they stole our thunder.
It was A.D. The Voice was his hip hop name. That's our lieutenant governor, guys.
A.D. The Voice, hashtag
The
that.
Voice. Yeah.
You can open another tab right now and check him out.
It's it really irks me. And if you say anything about this online, they will burn your fucking modern book. They will silence you. If you speak out against this bullshit in a not so nice way, they're going to shut your accounts down, or they're going to shadow ban you to the point where nobody really even sees what you post.
That's you. Yeah, we've all done this, right? You tell some like dope, like awesome truth, and you're like, "That's for real," and like you get like no likes on it. It's like nobody noticed it.
Yeah, because
that's
they
why.
decided to suppress that information
it
or
wasn't
anything
that your
associated with it. The algorithms do it automatically, guys. There's nobody in there that
Your friends didn't ignore that. Your friends weren't allowed to see that.
occasionally they put a person on it, but 9 times out of 10, this is all done by algorithms. If there's a series of words that they don't like, it's fucking gone. They're suppressing you to the very bottom and making sure nobody sees what you have to say. And they do it on a regular basis. Instagram is actually getting pretty bad about it right now. They suppressed the Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival Instagram account to the point where people who had me in their selected feed, so see first, thought I hadn't posted in months. And then he goes back to look and he's like, holy cow, you've been posting? What's going on? I'm like, well, they shadow banned me. So, and that was due to, what was it? The clean use law or something that they were passing. Yeah.
Well, it goes all the way back to when they got a little nervous about the fellas that were coming out with the Hawaiian shirts. You remember them guys? And there was a word involved with that. You know what I'm talking about? What was the Hawaiian shirt, guys?
Oh yeah.
There was a word, the B word.
Yeah, the B word, the B word. So they keep changing it.
Pages like this one and movements like this one are loosely, in their mind, associated with that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because a lot of people have the same mindsets, you know.
As soon as you start talking about how like maybe we don't need like government's fist up our ass, all the
time.
Can't have everybody thinking that.
You can't tell me that we have taxation with representation right now. They are literally taxing us to death. The price of goods and services are completely through the roof. And the average person is starting to feel the squeeze. And if you're not, good for you.
You privileged bastard.
It's coming. It's coming. The squeeze is going to come for all of us here real soon.
My father, now I'm going to take us back 35 years.
Going down memory lane, folks.
35 years ago, I remember my father saying something like, the King of England is rolling over in his grave laughing. How you like taxation with representation, you idiots.
It's true. It's true. Roaming Prepper, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. We're going to be live with Roaming Prepper next Tuesday. Did you know that?
I did not.
I forgot to tell the Livingston man about it, but it's going to be a 2-for-1 sale.
We all heard it here first.
That's right. You're going to get the whole crew.
Now, Roaming Prepper is my man. He puts the out in bug out.
Absolutely.
I love this guy.
Roaming Prepper is a great channel. If you guys don't subscribe to the Roaming Prepper, you should. At least go over there and check him out and show him some love. Great guy, awesome information. I don't know how he doesn't have 1 million followers already. He does a great job over there. Pete, thank you so much, my friend.
Don't mind me if I stutter and stammer a bit. I was out in the sun today and I haven't seen it in like 8 months.
Yeah, it's been pretty dreary here.
Decided to wash it out with some Guinness Draft Stout. This is a nitrogenated beer from Dublin.
He's getting his nitrogen back.
Unofficial sponsor of the
Livingston, man, have you a light?
Sure do.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so it's coming, guys. They're coming to silence everybody. If you speak out, they're going to try and silence you. I know they've made a lot of alternate social media, I guess what would you call them? Platforms?
Yeah, I mean,
right. I mean,
there's
a lot of them. There's the getter, the header, the matter, the batter, the whatever the fuck they got. They got so many of them now. It's not even funny.
I know sometimes people say, "Stop interrupting, man with glasses." Well, I'm not wearing them.
He's not wearing glasses today, so let it rip.
Anyone you choose, all right? If it's not like a ham radio, smoke signal, fucking 2 soup cans tied together with string, they're listening to it.
Absolutely.
They're saving it. They can find it. They can see it. They can read it.
Absolutely.
No comms in terms of social media, no matter what you think of it. Don't even say Telegram. Shut the fuck up. That's the one they're watching the most, everybody. You gotta be kidding me. They're watching. If it's on this internet,
oh yeah,
they're watching. They know more about it. They heard you.
And, you know, so they probably put all this shit in a file. And
It's
They
your
will
permanent record.
well,
The one they always
they will
warned you about.
decide when you become a problem what they're going to use against you, how much rope you've allowed them to hang yourself with, essentially.
Yeah, the more people you reach. All right, if you're just a nobody, you got 25 friends on Facebook and you want to post a hot take, nobody cares. But when you got 100,000 views and you got like a following, all of a sudden they start to worry about what you say.
That then you get stomped out a little bit more. The the Instagram account was growing like crazy. Within 6 months, there was 1,000 followers on it, and it was on its way to like 16 or 1,800, and they pumped the brakes on that thing so hard it just stopped. The Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival Facebook page is off and running. Well, the Facebook group is off and running hard, and I'm
If you're
waiting for
from
them
that page
to,
and you're watching, I just want to say
pump
that
the
y'all
brakes.
are very informed individuals who are,
Yes.
you play by the
And
rules.
thank you.
It's good, clean fun in there for the most part, unless it's me and Billy Manero there.
Oh yeah. Billy told me he was going to follow me here tonight and kick your ass.
See?
Yeah, I saw Billy before.
But did I
came over.
report him? No.
No,
Because that's what snitches do. Don't do that.
It's tough, man. And
Sometimes
as
the algorithm relies on you to feed it. Don't.
as the community page grows, we see a lot of people stepping up to share knowledge and share information with everybody else. And then you see the folks that are there to kind of just learn. And some folks are the lurkers and the problem. The problem people are the ones that the community needs to weed out as a whole. I'm not saying to rat on people, but if somebody's in there starting shit, call them out on their bullshit. And everybody call them out on their bullshit.
Okay, everybody just reported the Livingston man. Fuck you.
And his account's banned. Thanks, guys.
See? And it took you to do it. Thanks, guys. Snitches.
AJ says rules are meant to be broken. Exactly. Oh, man. The NSA and DCC stores everything. It's sifting through is the issue. There's not enough worm drives.
It's like the Matrix. This interconnected world we live in, it's literally interconnected. Like a asshole. Yeah, you just said that. But
The Matrix, essentially.
it's remember when you're if you were maybe my age and maybe older, but probably not younger, they always were warning you about your permanent record. This is going to go on your permanent record. What they were trying to warn us that
This was coming.
that this was happening. They're already
Yeah.
doing this. The FBI was keeping
Permanent files.
index cards and punch tabs. IBM, International
Yeah.
Business Machines Incorporated. That's what it stands for. You learn something with the Livingston man. Is they invented the punch card system that the Nazis used to keep track of the Jews and the dissidents in Nazi Germany, and enabled their surveillance and suppression apparatus. There's no reason to think that it does not exist here. It'd be stupid of you to think it doesn't.
And you almost have to have your foot in two different worlds here. You kind of have to be into the social media thing to really know what's going on anymore. Otherwise, you're just getting fed straight up propaganda 24/7, 365 by the mainstream media. No ifs, ands, or maybes. It is a propaganda machine, and that's its job.
The ones that you agree with are lying to you also.
They don't call it programming for nothing, folks. There was some Easter eggs thrown out on The Simpsons many times where Bart Simpson looks right into the camera and says, "Kids in TV land, you're being duped. It's all a sham. Don't believe any of it." It was true. It was true.
May I postulate that The Simpsons did not predict the future. It is that history keeps repeating its fucking self.
There you have it. There you have it. We're doomed.
Think back to any historical, and I don't know how many people love history. Most people find it boring, but it just keeps repeating itself. They know that true progress is unprofitable. You tug at the same heartstrings and you pull the same issues, but they're all the same, but they just live in a different era. You gotta see it. You gotta you see it, right? You see it.
And
If you're a child of the 80s or a person from like the Cold War, look what's going on right now. This is just the 1980s all over again. The Russians are going to shoot us with nukes and we got to learn how to hide under our fucking desks again. Come on.
yeah. It's very interesting the path that things are going down. But Jason Angry Prepper had a great video today, kind of calling people out and how many people are actually going to turn tail and run when it comes to an actual fight.
How many people are going to turn snitch? Collaborator, perhaps they call
They
it.
used to call them Tories back in the day. Those were the
Sympathizers.
folks who, supported the British. They overthrew this country with less than 3% of the population, and that was, 3% support. That was the whole support system. That's all there was.
Remember how quick your friends, family, fucking brothers, sisters, fucking lines got drawn right down the middle about that damn COVID vaccine. Imagine what's coming yet.
Jay Creature, that's a great quote right there. His grandfather said, "You'll do whatever they tell you to do if you're living on tree bark soup." And that's honestly how they're going to start to control everybody.
Who said that?
Jay Creature.
I think that probably is like in reference to like Pol Pot's regime in Cambodia. They emptied the cities. They turned everybody into farmers again. They said, we're going back to the way, but they did it by force. And if you couldn't handle it, like say you were born in a city, lived in a city, you were completely brought up in a city, they just took you and threw you out in what came to be known as the killing fields. And if you couldn't do the work, they killed you. Straight up.
Hunter and says, I'm throwing Livingston Man directly under the bus. Straight to the Facebook ban with him. If you're on social media, he's going to hunt you down and ban you.
Report me. I wish somebody would. I'm tired of not being paid attention to.
Jay Creature says Germany. He was in reference to Germany. But I agree. I really think, and we're starting to see it now with the baby formula thing, guys. And that's pretty scary.
A level of government control is being leveraged here that is un-American.
Yeah. And if the diesel runs out, we're in deep shit. And it's going to get deep shit real fast. All the nice neighbors that you thought you had, they're not going to be so nice.
When trucks don't move, society ain't going to move.
Exactly. And as soon as you start to hear about people running out of diesel and the truckers not making it and not being able to fill up at gas stations, to me, that's almost a trigger event. That's something that would cause me to, William Miggs Alexander says, yet to be banned. That's something that would cause me to step my preparations into high gear and get ready to dig in. And know that this is kind of the last hoorah from the grocery store. And it's time to start putting all the connections that I've made over the years into motion and start to really bring the community as tight as it can possibly be. Because guys, at some point, we're gonna have to support ourselves in every aspect of the word. In healthcare, in law enforcement, in firefighting, in EMT work, in everything, we're going to have to be self-supportive.
Decentralization is what you're going to see happen, where these figures of authority that we have, like all of them things he just mentioned, are going to kind of wither away and cease to exist. And it's going to be on us to take care of it. Your house, your neighborhood, your community, your circle.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to come apart fast, guys, when it comes unhinged. They used to say it was you're never more than
rolling downhill
than 3 meals away from anarchy. Is that what it is?
There's so many different
I think it's less than that, guys. I think you're down to between lunch and dinner, the whole world could go south.
We're already living in a world where most Americans are one medical emergency away from bankruptcy.
Very true.
3 meals away from fucking turning yourself into a criminal.
Yep.
And if you got kids, that accelerate that timetable dramatically.
Yeah, they eat like horses. That's one thing that I know for sure. Bear wants to know if the Livingston Man, do you know how to make your own brew? Can you make your own beer?
I can ponder. As a guy who has his phone in his hand all day, I can say that I could learn how to make my own beer, but there are ingredients that would rely on that I don't exactly have on hand. We get the question about not so much beer, and I appreciate that question. Never really thought too much about it. We do get the question about tobacco a lot.
Yes, yes, there are alternatives.
As unpleasant as it's going to be, when SHTF goes down, I'm basically going to quit smoking. And if I find a pack here and there, I'm going to enjoy them when I can, and
Yep.
I'm going to deal with the fucking consequence.
Bear says you're not going to survive then. But hey, that's something to look into, guys. If you have vices, if you have issues, it's time to either see the end of those vices or
Except that it's
find a
going
way
to be the end of it.
to make it happen in your own way. My husband makes some amazing moonshine. Just saying. Appreciate that,
And
Catskill.
I will appreciate, and when you folks come to the forefront of the post-apocalypse movement, I will be one of your many customers without question.
So Flyover State says, I work at a bait shop gas station. Diesel got down to 500 gallons before delivery a few days ago. That's when the sediment gets mixed in. That's pretty crummy, Flyover State. But as you guys can see, man, we're right on that knife edge right now.
You guys, this is America we're talking about.
Unfortunately. And I really feel that we've been set up to be the next Venezuela, the big fall. Venezuela was like, top 5 in the nation for, beautiful places to be. The money was worth so much, and then it all went to shit in the span of just a couple of years.
They started eating rabbits, if I remember correctly.
Well, hey, you'll eat anything if you're eating tree bark soup, right? Everything's better than tree bark soup. I agree with that. As I have the smoking patch on right now, I'm trying to quit. Now,
it's a great
I'm going to tell you guys a little story about the healthcare system here. That's kind of personal to me.
Here it comes.
So I decided that it was time to try and kick the habit, right? So I go to my doctor and I say, hey, doc, man, I've tried to quit cold turkey in the past. I did it for a little while, but then I kind of, back on the wagon. Is there anything you can do to help me? Sure, we'll give you a prescription for Chantix, basically, right? It's the generic version of Chantix. So I'm like, okay, cool. If it's going to help me kick the habit, I appreciate it. Thank you for your help. So I decide, I got some health insurance. I'm going to go get the Chantix, and if it helps me quit smoking, all the better, right? So, just a second. You see how well the Chantix worked. So, the Chantix, those things are fucking hate pills. You take one in the morning, and you fucking hate everything for the rest of the day. The pamphlet that comes with these fucking things is the size of this banner. It's huge, right? And it's on this little tiny pill bottle. And you unfold it, and it's like a jumbo fucking map of the entire United States of fucking side effects and shit and chemicals in this thing. It's gonna
smoking cigarettes.
It's two-sided. You flip it over. It's just as fucking big on the backside, right?
Smoking has less side effects.
Yes. Yes. They are fucking hate pills. They will make you hate everything and everyone. Fuck the pharmaceutical industry. Fuck the healthcare industry. They want to make you a fucking customer. I literally was putting money aside every paycheck when I was taking these things in an envelope that said bail on it. That's how much they make me fucking hate people. They were terrible.
He was bugging.
I quit.
He was bugging. He was not
I quit.
himself.
I was down. I was depressed. Everything sucked. And I was still smoking cigarettes. So it definitely wasn't lack of cigarettes. It was the consumption of pharmaceuticals that made me extremely agitated and angry. I wouldn't recommend that shit to anybody. If you're going to do it, man up and quit cold turkey. Fuck the pharmaceutical companies. The healthcare system is shit, guys. I literally got sent on a wild goose chase today to a doctor that I didn't need to see. I wasted a whole day that I could have been at work, but I was out chasing a doctor that I didn't need to see. I walk in, the guy looks at me, he's like, hey, what are you here for, Mike? I said, well, I'm supposed to come, see a specialist about this. And he says, that's not me, man. I don't know why you're here. I'm a lung doctor. I'm sorry, I can't help you. So, wild goose chase for nothing. Waste all my gas, waste all my time, plus the copay to the doctor's office. And man, really glad I wasn't taking Chantix today, because somebody in that waiting room might have got an earful before the end of the day. But guys, do what you can to procure those vices now, or be prepared to be an asshole. I wouldn't recommend taking anything pharmaceutical. If you can find some nicotine lozenges or something, that's a hell of a lot less pharmaceutical than fucking prescription drugs. I'll tell you
You
what.
fucking vape pens or whatever.
Anything is better than that shit. I promise you.
In my experience with Vice, the only person, kind of person who can actually like become physically like in a dangerous place or even die from not having that is an alcoholic.
It's very
If you're
true.
heavy diesel, you can't just go cold turkey. You can't just be like, I ain't having a beer.
Yeah.
That could be a serious medical emergency.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's another thing, you know, if you have friends who you care about who have issues with alcohol, stash some booze, guys. You gotta have to help them see them through that. It's, you know, if those are the kind of people that you have in your thing and it's issues you have to deal with, you have to plan for that. You absolutely have to plan for that. That's vital. So if you're not stashing a couple nips or something to help get them through a shitty time, hey, food for thought, guys.
Throughout history, they've made alcohol out of just about anything. Almost all cultures made some form of alcoholic beverage.
Yes. Yes.
Since the dawn of creation, you know, even the
Yep.
Bible tell it. I mean, it was given to us by God. I'm pretty sure, you know. So there is that, but you know, it may be easier for all of us to just kind of accept that we're going to have to kick it instead of like building a new society around. We must have beer. You know?
It's very true. It's very true. But
That being said, I'm going to enjoy my fucking imported Guinness from Ireland while I can. Throw
I
me
got
under
the
the bus
liquor
all you
preps
want, you
locked down,
bastards.
says POTB. It's important, guys. It's important. You know, whatever. It's an important conversation to have with your group, your mag, and your neighbors. You know, what vices are going to come to a head in your local neighborhood. Okay, it's kids playing with dogs.
We thought
That's
maybe
cool.
they
I heard
ran
kids
over the kid
screaming.
with the lawn.
Yeah, it was just about time to go run outside and see what the hell's going on. Rapture Ready says 3 days, 72 hours without a smoke and you beat it, man. The rest is mental and physical habit. I agree.
Thank you. Yes.
I agree.
After 72 hours, about 3 days, we talked about this, I think, on the last live stream.
Yeah.
After about 3 days, you can start to accommodate almost any situation.
Yeah. You're going to chew your fingernails down to nothing, but you can do it. Sunflower seeds help with the
oral fixation.
Yeah, sunflower seeds, hard candies, anything like that. Chocolates. Man, I'd weigh 400 pounds if I ate a chocolate every time I wanted a cigarette.
So that's happened to me. When I don't drink, I eat. And like I weigh like 170
Appetite
pounds.
suppression sticks, guys, believe it or
I'm
not.
I'm a kind of a skinny guy, and I will put food, like I will stack it from my feet to my hips. But give me some beer and I'll go for days without food. What else is going on in here?
Oh, man,
about
the guys in
social media and banning and
Yeah, well, we're going down the rabbit hole tonight.
divested here
Tonight,
a little
I'm into fuck this government. Yeah, that's what I'm about tonight.
Now, can you make a distinction? Is it this government or this administration?
This government.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Because left wing, right wing, they still are on the same bird. And that's a shitty ass old bird, guys. Everything is crumbling and it's time to pull together as a community. It's time to reach out to your local farmers. It's time to know where your food comes from. That's very, very important. And be able to obtain the food as close to the source as humanly possible. If you can garden it all in your yard, all the better.
Lawns are for rich people.
Exactly. Man, do I want to run the tiller right through my whole entire front yard. If I never had to mow again, it wouldn't hurt my feelings. The government wants you to smoke. Rapture Ready, I appreciate the encouragement.
Not menthols.
All of it, all government. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I'm a menthol smoker.
I remember you clearly saying when they first talked about the menthol ban.
I will riot. I will riot.
I don't
will
even
throw
smoke.
a fucking brick.
I don't even smoke menthols, but see, I'm right there with them.
I will throw a brick.
Fuck that.
You know, it's to the point where they want to tell you everything you can do, everything you can say, everything that you can smoke, everything that you can do with your body or not do with your body. The government intrusion into our lives on a regular basis is unfucking believable at
It's
this
not
point.
freedom.
Freedom is dead. It packed up its bags and fucking left. It's no longer with us. And it's time to, nice catch. It's time to get our house in order, guys, because the future does not look very fucking good. And, you know, with the formula shortages and stuff, I'm thinking about actually doing a special live stream once a week.
Formula shortages, did we touch that yet?
Well, it's something that bothers me. I have kids, and I know what it can be like to not be able to get the food that they need. And if I can do a live stream every week with you guys, the community, and I'll pump it in the Facebook group too once a week. We're going to put up a thing, and if somebody needs something, we've got tentacles all over this country. We can find it for them. We can find it for, if it exists, we can find it for them. If it doesn't exist, maybe we can find a way to make it for them. Maybe we know somebody who's a little closer to the production lines, right to the horse's mouth, guys. Times are getting crazy, and it's time for the community to pull together.
It's another artificial scarcity for hysteria's purpose. As you can't, you can't deny this. All right. So on the same fucking day that they decide they're going to overturn Roe versus Wade, yep, went there, said it. All of a sudden they're like, by the way, we're going to force you to have these babies, but here's the thing, you can't feed them. What, this is America again. And I ask that as a question. This is America?
Yeah, it's interesting, guys.
Talk about violating people's rights. I mean, across the board, look around you. You're told what to do. It inconveniences. At first you rebel against it. You're like the mask mandates. Remember this shit? And then we're all like, fuck that shit. I ain't doing that. And then you're like, and then basically you became complacent. You're like, I just don't want to hear shit. I don't want to get kicked out of the store. And you fall in line and you fucking obey. This is the pattern of behavior they count on to advance their agenda.
Exactly.
You'll rebel against it at first and go rah, 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 blah, 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 and then you'll shut the fuck up and do as you're told because we always have and we will again.
It's, can you guys see it? Do you see the system starting to break down and how fast it's starting to break down?
They pulled the curtain back. They said, look at it. And we all did. And we were like, didn't give a fuck.
They waited to release the real deal until there was no baby food. You know, that's the problem, guys. That's the problem. And
you got to ask yourself, what's the end game here? What is this fucking absolutely self-destructive fucking agenda?
Depopulation?
We got war for that. And I don't know, COVID was supposed to be that. What the fuck happened?
Well, apparently it wasn't
good enough.
So here's an interesting theory, guys. The times that are coming, the old folks, the old folks, the folks who had root cellars, the folks who were around when they, you know, brought refrigerators into the house, those people were killed off by this virus. They are our knowledge link to the past. And they basically unplugged that from us. They took a lot of those old folks away, and that knowledge is now gone. Modern book burning, guys. I mean, libraries are few and far between anymore. Hard copy books, everything's digital. Everything's digital. And they just hit the delete button, and it's fucking gone forever.
You should talk to Livingston Man all day, and that's fine. I dare you to get some books and read them.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
They cannot be deleted. They can be burned, and they have to be taken from you physically from your cold, dead fucking hands. But it's not something where you thought you saw it on this thing, but then it was gone and you can't prove it.
Yeah.
And they just say, no, that never existed. And you're left wondering, am I crazy? No, you're not.
Exactly. Sunset says the Georgia Guidestones equal 1984, a warning. I agree. 1984 is almost like a fucking playbook at this point to him.
It was supposed to be a warning.
And they took it as a playbook. They took it as a
An
playbook.
instruction manual.
And for a guy like that, all the way back then, to see this coming, he was either a visionary, what would you call him, Darwin, right? Darwin was a prophet.
Nearly a prophet.
Yeah.
I mean, it just clearly saw what the future was basically going to be, with a lot of symbolism and
Roaming prepper, take care, my brother. I'll see you soon. And I owe you an
Tuesday.
email, my friend. I owe you an email. I'll be sending you one soon.
When you talked about the knowledge being unplugged, now some of us saw a movie, but there's also a book about it. It's called Jurassic Park.
Okay.
In the book, everybody knows the velociraptors in that movie were crazy. They're fucking stone cold killers, fucking awesome, right? Like, oh, so cool. But in the book, it was a little different. If you read the book, you'll follow me. The dinosaurs died out and went extinct. They brought them back from their DNA that they pulled out of blood from mosquitoes they found in amber.
Okay.
And so they recloned these dinosaurs. So they had these dinosaurs, and they were real dinosaurs. But what they didn't have were parents to actually teach them the knowledge how to raptor, shall we say, right?
Okay.
So what happened is they had this population of raptors that were just completely feral. They just didn't know how to do what they were put here to do because they didn't have
The teaching.
so many generations of knowledge to pass down to
Okay.
them.
All
And
right.
this is what Mike is talking about when they just erase that traditional knowledge that we were
Yeah.
all taught as children, things you don't think about, manners, don't interrupt people, stuff like this, erased from society. Morals gone. Do as you're told, and it's forced on your children at school without your knowledge, and you know it. And you choose to do nothing, and some of us apparently choose to fucking elect people to our board of education. You ever see their fucking election signs on the side of the road and you never heard of this person? Then don't vote for that person. Because here they come into your community and you don't even know who these people are, and they're running your kids' lives
Yep.
while you're like,
Very
you
true,
don't care.
guys. You have to keep a close eye on everything. When they founded our government, it wasn't a democracy. It was a constitutional republic.
They knew democracy
And they
was
said
bullshit.
it was a constitutional republic if you can keep it. The price of a constitutional republic is eternal vigilance. And we stopped being vigilant a long time ago, guys. We are
Complacent.
too distracted by the everyday occurrences, guys. They just get in the way.
Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, drop it. That's your
Distraction.
That's your fucking mindless entertainment.
Distraction.
That's your high fructose corn syrup. Will Smith smacking that dude, all this bullshit. That's your fucking high fructose corn syrup right there. It's useless and it doesn't mean anything to anyone, and we're consumed by it because it's funny.
Yeah.
While our world burns down around us.
So when COVID first hit real bad, we had the George Floyd incident. While there was no baseball, no football, no even late night TV. I mean, fucking Jimmy Kimmel wasn't even in the studio, And the one episode I did see back then with him without a studio audience was absolutely fucking terrible. And the circus packed up and left, and all that was left was the bread. And it wasn't enough to keep everybody docile. And when the George Floyd incident happened, all fucking hell broke loose because the circus wasn't in town. So if we lose the bread or the circus, expect chaos to ensue rapidly. And keep your head on a swivel, guys. What's happening, Michelle the Great? How are you? Taking folks out. Well, let's see. What do we got here? When the fig tree blossoms, the generation, this is alive, shall not pass before the coming of the Lord. Israel is the fig tree. The generation is the boomers. Could possibly be. Could possibly be. There was an article about our body's biome and gut bacteria gives us a gut feeling. Huh. They poison the hell out of us via the gut. Very true.
A gut feeling is a real thing.
Yeah.
Science kind of proves it. They don't know how, but they know that it happens.
Yeah, it's like a sixth sense, guys. And
It goes back to when there was a lot less people.
yeah.
A way lot less people. All of us are related, ladies and gentlemen.
In one way or another.
If you're a human, and whether you believe in science or you believe in religion, they both say the same thing. All of us somehow came from two people.
So I guess my question of the night to you guys, the community, is, would you be willing to put the work in for a fellow prepper in need? If we had someone who needed baby formula somewhere, would you be willing to go to the store, get it, put it in a box, and send it to that person? Hopefully we can arrange payment somehow. Obviously, some people are on hard times. If you could donate it, you would donate it. If you couldn't, you couldn't. I just want to kind of try and help make that connection with people.
I sure hope you wouldn't price gouge a profiteer.
Exactly. But I know this community is a great community, and with the coming shortages, this may become a more common occurrence. We may not be here talking this shit. We may be here putting this work in and making sure that folks have what they need. I see a whole lot of yeses in the the chat here.
When he says coming shortages, that's not us making a fucking educated guess. That's the goddamn presidential administration telling you that that's gonna happen.
Yeah, and I think we can all help each other out right now, guys, while things are still relatively good. As things get worse, we'll see what we have to do. We may have to rally farmers markets in our communities and gather our local farmers and have maybe smaller scale farmers markets for just the community members.
If you're not a member of our Facebook group, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival group on Facebook,
check it out, guys. Check it out.
And let's get like some of this networking going on. Like if you need something, if you have something, let's start getting it out there so people know.
Yep. And I'm not.
That's just me saying.
Just want to help out, guys.
Start there. We're on Instagram. He's on every social media there is.
I'm there. If I happen to have a brand that someone needs in another market and can't find it, I'm down. Thank you so much, Texas Surplus Pro. Rapture Ready says I can afford a can. Catskill says I'm here for whatever I can do. Always. Thank you, Catskill. Virginia Bushcrafter. Hell yeah, let's do it.
Let's all get up in each other's DMs and on the Facebook. Let's get on groups. Let's network. Everybody start getting in each other's DMs and start talking.
Bear says learn how to make tree bark bread. You ain't kidding. Learn all you can right now, guys. Our local swap in Central Bridge, New York, was canceled for a year due to the AI. Oh no! On Facebook, that's terrible. Facebook's horrible, man. Horrible.
Mark Zuckerberg is not your friend.
And I've noticed that
he does let some people get away with some shit, but he does not let other people get away with some other shit.
That's the bias to it. Now, if everything I posted, we're gonna have to try and experiment, Livingston, man. We're gonna have to create. You've done it?
Yeah, I've told you. I've served years in Facebook jail, dude.
Yeah, but have you created an alter ego that is completely?
The Livingston man.
No, but is he completely a leftist? Or does he still like?
I figure some of these people probably think I am
things.
I'm pretty sure they think I kind of.
They selectively target people based on their political beliefs
and their religious ones.
Correct, and they will snuff you out.
There are certain religions you're allowed to be. If you know what woke is, if you're woke, you can say some heinous fucking shit. But if you're like, I don't know, not, or something even remotely right wing, sorry, you can't say that. It's true, and you're not going to tell me it ain't.
Michelle the Great says she actually just purchased an extremely large pots to cook huge rations for her community. She plans on setting up at local parks if need be. That's what I'm talking about, sister. That's fucking awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Be the change that you guys want to see. That's huge. Flyover State says I have $15 towards this. That's awesome, Flyover. Thank you. As soon as I'm gonna try and figure out a way to get this organized.
I was gonna say, is there like a I don't know, maybe not like a GoFundMe, but like
no,
a Venmo account?
I don't want to do it like that. I want everything to go right from point A to point B. No middleman bullshit.
I say get in the
to point B.
I don't want DMs.
I don't want your money. I don't want any of it. Point A to point B. I want to help you help somebody else. That's all I want out of this.
Get in the DMs and talk to each other. You need something, you got something, post it up. Do your thing.
Yeah. Avian influenza. That's another shitty topic.
They killed like
Again,
fucking 5 million chickens or something.
yeah, and they keep
Burn 'em,
driving,
and they just burn 'em.
driving the prices of everything through the fucking roof. They estimate that chicken prices,
Artificial
well,
shortage.
they will rival beef prices here really soon.
They are creating, and they've done this consistently since COVID hit, and probably before, but nobody noticed it. First, it was the toilet paper, then it was the cleaning supplies, and then it was the this and that. Now we're up to the chicken and the diapers and the formula, and it's like each industry is taking a turn at just being like, we're just gonna slow the fuck down and make all kinds of profit, and then it's your turn next. You, folks, you're with me, right? You see it? Please tell me you see it. They're fucking us over.
It's terrible. Yeah, the food processing plants, that's
Just keep burning them down. That'll make it
nuts.
easier, right? Because these places
And
ain't got sprinklers.
there's so many theories, guys, as to who is behind all this and what the driving force is. But what we need to concern ourselves with is what the end result is going to be. Death by 1,000 cuts. Exactly, Rapture Ready.
Bread lines. Control.
The more self-sufficient you can be, the more you can produce your own food, the better. I know that I'm kind of preaching to the choir with you guys, but hopefully you can share this with somebody. Let me pick on the person that you want to get their shit together, because it's fucking time, guys. It's time.
The fellow said, when you have tree bark soup, you'll do what you're told. But if you have something better than tree bark soup, or you don't need their government tree bark soup, all of a sudden you're a revolutionary. You're a dangerous individual.
Mossy Horn Hunter, Facebook is the devil. I agree. There is definitely something sinister about it. It is a information gathering hub. Now, it's been said that if what you're using online is free, then the product that
is you.
Correct. You are the product.
That's why you get the calls from the people like with the car warranty and shit.
And
like,
the tailored ads, guys. The tailored ads come from the things that you like. There is so much information that they keep about us online. Everything we click on. You don't even have to hit enter when you type something. They keep that keystrokes and they know what you type, and everything is geared towards that. That's right. It's data mining at its finest.
Ostensibly, it is to make your life easier, and it does, right? But also, like anyone who's afraid of like government surveillance or like satellites watching them and shit, they gave you one.
Sunset.
You carry it in your pocket.
That's a great idea. A quick emailed newsletter. I am so swamped with work and just trying to keep the YouTube channel afloat here. If I can do it on a live stream, that's one thing, and help make connections. You guys can pass emails along in the chat here, on the Facebook group, anything like that. Anything that I'm already doing that I can piggyback on would be much better for me, because I am just freaking crushed for time lately.
Plug yourselves into this network and like get out there and know people.
Exactly.
I have met, besides the friends I like met in high school, I have met the coolest people I have ever met from like the internet in like this network. I love everyone I have met through here, even you, Billy, you fuck. And
it's good to keep each other honest.
You got like just get in there, like get to know people. This is how you do it. I made a friend on the internet. It's not what it used to be. It's really not. Some of my favorite people I ever met. I was fucking some dude in the troll chat, and we were both smashing somebody with memes. And next thing I know, I'm like, I love this person.
Am I cool?
Know them personally. Who's cool?
Sean Doe says he's got a garden going this year. He's impressed. Gardening is awesome. It's therapeutic as well. I thoroughly enjoy gardening, and it's a lot of hard work in the beginning, and then keeping up with the weeding a little bit, but water it and watch it go, man. Give it some sunlight, give it some water, take care of it, and it'll take care of you. It'll feed you. And learn to preserve that food, guys. That's something else I'm going to be working on here soon. Catskill, New York Prepper, I'm coming for you, sister. We're going to have to work on some things together. I got some ideas.
What I do in my garden is I bring my big old boombox out there with me.
Yeah.
And I hit them with like heavy music, like stuff that hits hard. It's got good
metal.
vibration. Anything deep bass, whatever, they love that kind of shit. Also classical music.
The music.
But
Get your garden rocking.
not only did I see this on Mythbusters, but it really works. Is if you just straight rude to your plants and like play violent, like loud music to them, like they love it for whatever reason.
Yeah, gangster rap in the garden is the best, guys.
Whatever's got like good, thick, heavy bass, and you're gonna grow some nice plants. I promise you. Plants like music too.
Encrypted internet comms, vetting members,
No such thing.
codes,
Unless you wrote it
ciphers,
yourself.
books, SIM cars, or SIM, is that supposed to be SIM cards? You can get it and properly use it. So,
If you didn't write the code yourself, it's not secure. Bottom line.
yeah, I am very much of the codes. Codes, cipher. You never give direct information over a walkie-talkie. Everything's in code. You meet me at the big tree. The big tree is really Bob's house. Whatever the case may
Call
be.
them Disney's,
Make
not
up,
pedophiles.
make up your own code, and keep that to yourself, guys. What's up, guys? Here from Canandaigua, New York area. Canandaigua. First time watching the live. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, John. Appreciate you being here.
It's like Western New York, right?
5 minutes alone. Yes, yes, yes. Western New York. It's beautiful in Western New York. It's pretty flat out there. Very hilly too. Whoa.
I've never
like we got a
quite
car
been
coming
the Western New York. Farthest I went, excuse me, is Utica. Took what is that, Route 28?
Yep.
Went up through Utica.
Sunset says it's probably the vibration plants like.
It is. It really is. And also, like, I'm forever like be rude to your plants, like smack them, be like grow better. It
You
makes
said
them
yes.
stronger.
Southeast of Rochester. Beautiful
Okay.
here. Excellent. Excellent.
Beautiful
I come out that way every October. I head to Pulaski and hit the Salmon River. One of my favorite places to go. I got my son hooked on salmon fishing out there, so now I have to go back every year. Yay! That's how you do it, guys. Get your kids addicted to outdoors. They'll never have any money for drugs.
Now, do you have any? I always do this, right? Interrupt. But as we advertise this about being banned on social media and like their opposition to opposing viewpoints, how can we now justify the fact that we stand here and shit on the system for
An hour?
27 minutes?
Oh,
excuse me,
well,
about an hour. Yeah, about an hour.
Yeah.
And we're still live, are we?
Yeah, we're still live.
So who is hating? It's Facebook, isn't it really? Meta?
I think so. Yeah, Meta. Meta is
Google,
the big silencer.
So YouTube is a Google service.
But of course.
Now, I think really what it is it speaks to the fact that we don't exactly have. If we had like 1 million followers, they'd be like clamping on our shit and like there'd be controversy.
Yeah. If I said this, if I had as many followers as Angry Prepper, and I said what I said tonight, best to believe y'all wouldn't be watching this live stream tomorrow. If you didn't catch it live, it probably wouldn't exist.
You might not, because they'll probably push the button wrong anyway. And if you're here, enjoy it, because ain't nobody gonna see the show. And Mike's gonna do it wrong again.
Hands off. I'm hands off.
I'll do it this time.
Let's see. Jeanette says, "Don't be mean to plants." That's right.
I
Come out
will,
to Attica, and I'll take you to the state lands.
I respectfully disagree on the don't be mean to plants. I don't mean like I have malice to them, like I want them to die. I want, it's more like a tough love thing. It's
There
a
you
tough
go.
love
You
thing.
got to toughen them up a little.
Come on, I said grow, come on.
Michelle the Great says, during World War II, 40% of food was grown in personal gardens. See, that's a big thing there.
They called them Liberty Gardens, and it was a thing.
Yeah, but after the war, it was a victory garden before it was a Liberty garden, or after it was a Liberty garden.
Talk about propaganda, maybe.
Absolutely, let it rip.
So there was a couple of things that were taboo during World War II that you couldn't call things. Sauerkraut sounds a little German, so we called it Liberty cabbage. Hamburger sounds a little too German, so we called them Liberty steaks.
Oh, well, there you go.
There was the propaganda was huge, and it still exists. Everybody, like, look at what they're telling you to do with like anything Russian.
Oh yeah, burn it. Dump it
Everybody's
down
like,
the sink.
I don't even drink.
Throw out your vodka.
Stali vodka. That's some Russian bullshit. What Cold War are we in now? This is the second one, I guess.
Yeah.
Very
well,
cool, man. I got 2 in my life.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
happy.
TT1, what's happening, brother? How are you? You have to harden off your plants. That's tough love. Good call, Patty. Good call.
Beat him up a little bit. You got to let the
Unknown
wind
Vector
blow.
says single channel ground and airborne radio system, SINGARs.
They're here.
See that?
See? Oh. Get the fuck out of here.
What?
What the oh shit.
Okay, they're not really here, but
Oh
they're
my
really
God,
here.
they had me
I thought, yeah,
shit my pants.
they're coming for the propaganda studio,
Blip,
folks.
they got that
No.
motherfucker. He
Troopers
must have
are
ran
here.
the red light.
Sent the gray
asshole.
shirts after us already. That's
Got
what happened.
'em.
Well,
Should we go out there and live stream
well,
this
as
guy?
soon as we hit the hour mark, we heard the roller whoop whoop.
Literally.
That'll
dude.
scare the shit out of you. Yeah, at the hour mark. That was a little freaky.
State police got somebody out front.
Yeah.
We'll be monitoring
That's what happens. They fucked around. Now they're about to find out. Pay the government if you want to drive on these roads.
Well, he probably blew through the fucking
Yeah,
stop
he probably
sign.
drove too fast, or had his windows tinted or something. So now they're gonna go extort money from him.
Maybe they'll even shoot him.
Hey, you obey.
I guess we'll all find out together.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
Oh man, these guys are.
I just like literally dropped the deuce in my fucking pants, dude.
Yeah.
He hit the lights right at the end of the driveway. I was like, fuck.
I thought they were coming for us, guys. I really did.
Talking all that shit.
I was like, holy shit, did we just get swatted?
Got him.
Fuck.
Billy, goddammit. Going too far, dude.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's
see. The SINGARs is a combat radio net. CNR used by U.S. and allied military forces. Very good, Unknown Vector. I did not know that. Thank you.
Comms is going to be a real issue, ladies and gentlemen. Like, because all of a sudden, like, say your cell phones and all this internet shit doesn't work. So many people have different ways they're going to go about short waves and Baofangs and ham radios and everything. Also, within your group, start to figure out exactly how you're going to do that and how you're going to integrate whatever it is that everyone has into a new network.
Yeah. In closing, guys, the time to iron everything out is right now. Get your comms plans up, pace plan fucking everything. Have at least 3 contingency plans for every single plan that you make.
This motherfucker. I hate when they do this shit.
Right in front of the house. Iron everything out now, guys. Things are going downhill fast. The pet food thing, absolutely stock up on pet food, baby food.
Thank you. Who said pet food?
I have to go back 1 second. Sorry. I'm horrible at this. Pet food, pet food, pet food, pet food.
Whoever you were, pet food.
Thank
if you
you.
love your pets or if you consider them children,
Rapture ready.
start figuring out how you're going to do that too, or you're going to end up
Your
eating
fur
them.
family.
You're going to end up eating them, dude.
Get your house in order. Correct, Catskill. And it's more.
I have mad pets.
With your
that hit
add
me.
this to your spring chores, guys. Add it to your spring chores. Get things ironed out with your locals. Get things ironed out with your groups.
Neighbors.
Get your maps together. Do whatever you can do.
Start putting out feelers to your fucking literal neighbors and shit.
Yeah.
Start ease your way in. Don't be like, I am a fucking this and that. But like, ease your way in. Like, start to understand maybe who they are and like maybe they are like-minded too and are being coy with you. And like all of a sudden you're like, actually, we're on the same page. And all of a sudden now you got 2.
Yeah.
And
You've
then
just
you get a
multiplied.
neighborhood. Then you get a community and all blah blah blah.
Yep.
Network. Get to know each other.
You'd be surprised how many people have come around. Folks that you never would have thought, and they've been stocking toilet paper and rice and beans in the basement, guys, ever since COVID hit. And they've been, looking, and maybe they're just not looking in the right areas. Maybe they're not on the right track. Maybe you can help them iron out the last little bit before things get south, and it'll take them that much further. Whatever you can do to help out, guys. Rudy from Alaska Prepper has a great motto at the end of his reach one, teach one, something like that. It's great. Help each other out as much as you can, especially right now before things go south, because we've had the discussion that there comes a time when prepping becomes very selfish, and the nice people that you see online are not going to be so nice anymore. There will be a cutoff point for the kindness. So let's do it while we still can, guys, and things are still up and moving. But I want to give you guys some time to rest your eyes before you get on to the Angry Prepper stream. He'll be on in about a half an hour or so. And that's kind of why we moved this back to 7:30. That way, if we ramble a little bit with you guys, we don't step on anybody's toes.
If I saw it right, Angry's on in 25 minutes.
Correct. Correct. I'm going to take one last look at the chat here. Also, need range time. Yes, the more people prepping is less people stealing. I agree, Catskill. Livingston man, come over to the fire pit one night. You've got an invitation.
Is it Billy?
It's Billy. Bofang is GMRS. Get a FCC license. Ham requires FCC both, which you can eavesdrop, but secure your own. Be smart about it. Good call, Unknown Vector.
For the legality, yes. Now, they also say you got to have a license to fish.
To broadcast. In an emergency, that goes out the window. Make sure it's a real emergency. Don't key up a radio on some bullshit. It happens accidentally from time to time. You hit the button on the side. Oh, fuck, I just keyed up. Whoops. Hope nobody was listening.
In the shit, it's the fan scenario, licenses and permissions.
None of that really matters. But
problems.
These courses are going to teach you how to use those radios.
Which is important.
That's the most important part about these. It's not really the licensing that's the important part.
It's a technical...
It's learning the ins and outs of the radio and how to properly use it. That's the big thing. Training. Get quality training, guys.
People that know how to do this stuff all exist. Again, I'm going to keep repping the Facebook group just because like I've seen it. And people that know about all of these topics we have discussed exist there. You got to go there and just start asking your questions or answering other people's questions, please. And bring all this knowledge into the environment.
Share what you know, guys.
You know something that's going to help someone else.
Exactly. Everybody has something to offer. Get it out there, guys. Share. Even if you think it's kind of irrelevant, somebody might not have thought about it yet. So share all the knowledge that you have.
No such thing as a dumb question.
Exactly, guys. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for hanging out with us on a Tuesday night. If you don't mind, smash that like button, the dislike button, whatever you want to do.
You hit that dislike button, me and Billy are going to find you.
Thanks again, guys. We really appreciate you being here. I'm Mike. This is the Livingston Man. This is Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. You are Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you again soon. Have a great night.